Well, Tim, what do you think?
Sir just came through. I said, it's all Oregon. It's a deja vu. Here we go again.
That, we're going to see how ready we are, right?
Find out in the first 5 minutes.
All right. Well, today is going to be the first day for Chopping Hay 2024. They pulled this off the Terra disc here a little while ago. Slammed it onto the blade. We're using the 9410 right at the moment. The 9620 we probably won't push much this year, to be honest with you, just because it's on a Terra disc right now. It's kind of new, and these guys kind of like this one anyway. So Jared's getting ready to grab a trailer. Alex is gonna follow him over and grab the other one, and we're gonna roll out. So we're rolling into, I don't know what year this is with this chopper. We started with it in 18, so we got 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Here we are, our 8th year, 7th year with this. And we're gonna see how well we did this winter getting it prepared to roll into this year's crop. It's all set, ready to go. And we're gonna roll out. Fuel trailer, we ended up doing some work to that here in the last video. And it is ready now to roll on out of here. So let's go ahead and get after it. Okay, we have to travel, I don't know, 14, 15 miles to our first field. And our first field, well, the first bit of hay that we chop is going to be on ground that we're going to put corn on. So we got, I don't know, 150 acres or so to do that we need to get chopped off. We just want to make sure everything's good to go here before we actually pull out of the shop. Blowing all of the winter dust out of it. And it appears that everything is working the way it should. All right, so pipes returning to home. All right, let's roll out of here. We have to update our iPad that is being used for the inoculant, which we have a Pioneer inoculant applicator here on the fender. I pulled the 4640 monitor out of the 8220, and that's going to take a little whirl to dial in here, so we might not have that working here until later on. Now, we ended up having a fair amount of work done to this chopper here over the winter. We did some stuff to it ourselves, and Kaz did a whole pile of work to it as well. They ended up rebuilding the ProDrive transmission in it just because, and they put new feed rolls in. Oh, what else did they do? They ended up putting an air compressor on it too, so that we can run a shear kernel processor for processing corn silage. Today will also be the first day with truck 9. See that setting down here? That's got a new box on it. So we'll get on to the field here and we'll see how well everything performs on its first day. That's the bunk that we're going into right there. And we should be able to get everything to fit in there. 9560 and 9620 parked up on the hill there. Parked where the dust should stay off of it. State boys out doing state boy things. Got some equipment that they must have to move somewhere. So we'll be to the field in about 40 minutes. Half hour to 40 minutes. Alright, there goes load number 1, and Sarah's on deck grabbing load number 2. So we'll keep it on here, and what you're going to see is basically what is going on here all day. We'll touch back with you. As we go on throughout the day. Alright, we just got done loading load number 2. I plugged this display in as we were chopping that one. See if I could get the damn thing to work, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I really don't know what this moisture currently is on this current crop going through the chopper, but it's got to be in the neighborhood of about 60. So it seems like it's right on par with what we're used to chopping. This is an older seeding. Got a lot of grass in it. And we're going to, of course, flip this over to corn. So we'll have another truck here momentarily, and then we'll get on chopping onto that. So we'll join up with you as time goes on here. Alright, Alex has just pulled in. This will be the third load we're loading. And she is pulling the, what year is this one? I think it's a 2022 Moss trailer with the Freightliner. Doesn't look too bad on there. Gray with the black. Yeah, we're going to see how we do with road tires on these road tractors. Usually we have to put flotation tires on, but we feel the ground is dry enough to have these tires work. do really well, and AG460 does good on the 900. Alright, there goes Alex with her first load. That's the first she's pulled a silage trailer. She's been hauling haylage, corn silage, grain corn, what have you, with the straight trucks. And hauling manure, of course, with the white peat and this gray Freightliner. So Jared, he's just pulling in with the 900. These trailers were parked in storage over the winter, and they pulled these out here the other day and serviced them, and then Jared and Alex went over a little while ago to pick them up, and they've just hooked onto them for the first time here this year. So we'll keep on keeping on here. They're trying to get over the top of the windrows best they can. And again, we don't have flotation tires on the road tractors. We would like to get some manure on this hay ground where we are going to put corn. Jared with his first load, and now we have truck 9 on deck with the new box. Davy's driving this one. And this is the very first load into this box. This truck here is one serial number off from truck 18. We bought both of these trucks as a pair. Well, one come from a dealer and the other one come from an individual, but at one time they were owned by the same guy. They both had the same boxes on them way back when. I ended up putting a new box on truck 18 in 2017. And of course last year we just got around to building a new box for this one. So these trucks are identical other than the coloring. 18 is black, red fenders, and truck 9 is red, black fenders. You're about 2/3 loaded is all, Davey. We'll try to get this corner up here on you. Still real wet there. Why don't you go around my left side, go up by the road, and then back up, and we'll try to get this picked up. And we'll try to get that picked up. That's too greasy. We'll have to go at it from the other way. Let's go up by the road and chop it down through.
Just making sure.
Well, there's the first load going out. It ain't the biggest load, but that's the first load on truck 9. So we have done some of this backwards because we've been dealing with these damn wet holes or this greasy spots in the field. Now we got to get everybody turned around here. So we'll keep at it here. Well, we have ourselves a blown hydraulic hose. This guy right here is leaking a little bit, rubbed against that reservoir. So we'll go ahead and get that off of now. Just gotta find where it goes. Yeah, all right. Hey, Sarah's gonna stop down and get a hydraulic hose that I need to have you make. It's half inch hydraulic hose with 2 female flat face ends. Straight. A 10-foot long half-inch hose. It's half inch. And I think they call it a 28, A28, or it's going to have an 8 in the number. I don't know what the other prefix is for a straight fitting. Yep. No, I've got the hose in the field here. So, yeah. No, the flat face fittings are, they're not a swivel. She could call me when she's there and get a picture of the fitting. We'll make sure it's the right one. A 7/8 wrench will fit on the hex part.
7/8 was too small. 7/8 was too small.
7/8 is too small. 7/8 or 15/16. All right, on the hex nut. All right, Dave. Thanks. Yep. Okay. Alright, so we've got this hose off. Christian is on his way. And we'll dump some oil on this. Where was that leaking from exactly? Right there. So that was rubbing up against that reservoir, and it done sprung a leak. I got a lube line code that tripped right when I was coming down through the field, down through there. I said, well, maybe it's just a goofy sensor. I got Tim loaded. I shut off, shut down.
There's a thing, it sounded like Tim today.
Yeah, restarted, and I'm like, oh, that's good. And got out. I said, I'm gonna take a look around. I looked out at the Pro Drive because it was said it was Pro Drive lube line something or other, and I said, well, I'll take a look at the Pro Drive. I'm like, oh, I'm good. And I come around the back side and she was leaking. So, well, Sarah's headed down to get that hose. You got some nice lettering on there. You whipped that up quick, didn't you? What'd you use? Just regular stencils and spray paint? Yeah. So Alex ended up spraying some paint on these trucks to get the lettering done. No, our guy put letters on quickly there. Today. We got in trouble a while ago for not having DOT numbers on, so we're all lettered up now. So we just sit here and wait a little whirl for some oil and a hose to get here. All right, we've got oil installed. A few minutes after we had oil in, Sarah pulls in with this hose, which we had Napa make it because we're too far away from home, and she was, well, Napa's halfway in between here and the farm. However, they only had one straight fitting, and they ran with a 45. I would how's that noise? Oh, air compressor. If you don't like that 45 there, maybe it would work better on the other side.
That's your drop down.
We might need a little more of that, Davey.
I left the full one.
Okay. Yeah, that fitting over there is already on an angle, so that 45 should work pretty good there. Trouble is, he's upside down, backwards, and sideways to thread that on there. Think you got her, Bob? Alright, that doesn't look half bad in there. That should have had like a 45 on it anyways, maybe? Or actually, would it be better to jump that?
Yeah, probably. Have it so it's up and over and coming over the other side.
Yeah, so it's out this way. Because it's going to reach forward and hit that cross member there. Alright, so we'll go ahead and feed our other side in there.
Oh shit.
Alright, we got that on there. Now we'll just start it up. Check our oil levels, because I think that's going to suck down. Sight gauge is right there. Failed, Timothy.
I failed. You sailed. I failed.
Now that will come back up after it's off. That's not coming back up, is it?
Yeah, it is back up.
How far?
Third to halfway.
Okay.
I saw something on TikTok where the girl was named Marcia.
Oh yeah.
about 3/4 of the way up it. Now it's full.
Didn't lose much. Good thing. Guess that don't screw on, does it?
That don't match that. Put that in the toolbox. I need 1.25 inches for this guy.
That's what I would do before I got
Just started loading you in when.
No?
Oh, it's before you started loading.
No, it was blue on you.
On me, not
Yeah, you
me.
didn't see all the oil on the back of the chopper?
Oh, I didn't see it on my windshield, so I didn't see any oil.
There's
What'd
that.
you do? Smell it?
Well, I had a indicator come on in the cab there to tell me my ProDrive lube line was not doing so hot. I said, it's probably a sensor. So of course I knew I had to get you out on the road, you know, you don't like waiting for nothing. So I said, I'll get this guy full
Then we'll see what's going on.
and then we'll see what's going on so he can hit the road. So we're gonna get our fenders on here and we're gonna get back rolling. All right, we'll roll. All right, so that worked out pretty good as it could be. As soon as I seen what was going on, I called back to the shop and had Christian bring the army truck so that we had tools, but we did have enough tools to get it taken off. And then I had messaged everybody, whoever can get in a pickup truck, get in a pickup truck and be waiting for orders. So once I seen that we could get the hose off and what we were gonna need for a hose, I said, well, we'll just get it measured up. Sarah ran to Napa, and by the time she got to Napa, we knew what we were gonna need for a hose, and they made it up. They didn't have the exact fitting that we needed. We needed 2 straights, and they gave us a straight and a 45, but the 45 works. If for some reason we don't like it, we can take it off at a later date, and we can get that switched out. So minor setback. To be honest with you, that hose could have maybe been noticed through an inspection this winter had we grabbed a hold of it to see exactly what it felt like as it was rested up against that hydraulic reservoir. So we'll keep on keeping on here. The display is still offline. I'll have to get the G5 display out of the other plant and tractor, and that's what we'll use tomorrow. I need that display to run in order for the inoculant to work correctly. The first day we don't run inoculant for this very same reason. We want to make sure everything's going to run, because that inoculant costs about $750 a dose. So every time we mix up enough for 500 ton, it's $700 to $750. So, yeah, I guess we didn't pass the first day. Oh well. Oh well. Unloading the Peterbilt. That truck got some lettering done on it today, like we were talking about earlier. I don't know if it was last week or the week before. Tim went out to Milton Cat to pick up the excavator with the lowboy, and he got DOT'd. It didn't have DOT numbers on it, and the registration was out of whack. So we got that done here this morning. I called our guy that does truck lettering and whatever yesterday. I actually texted him, told him what I wanted, what I needed. I actually had 3 trucks done. This one, the Western Star, and the Freightliner. The DOT guy told Tim, hey, I watch you guys on YouTube, and I see you got a couple other ones that need the numbers as well. You gotta watch it. These DOT guys, they're watching stuff on YouTube, and they're gonna start cracking down. So our guy came right at the right time today. Tim had a cylinder, hydraulic cylinder, that he broke on truck 18. This truck was still there. When the guy texted me, Alex was in the field, and a Western Star was back there. That was on a manure tanker. So I said, you can start with that one, and we'll see how we can get them other trucks to you. So he started with that one, did this one, and then by then, Alex was there with the gray Freightliner, and he lettered them up quickly. So it was a good old service to get done in less than 24 hours. All right. So, if you followed along for a while here, we did have a few problems with this Peterbilt here this spring. It had some emissions problems. That's all fixed now. And it also needed a wire harness on the engine. No, it is not deleted. It is all emissioned up. So someday it would be nice to delete it, but not at this time. It's got a pay car engine in it. Some of those can be a little goofy to do, and being that it has the the auto shift in it, I think that would screw with the auto shift a little too much too. I'm not sure. Anybody that has deleted a truck with an auto shift in it, have you had luck with that? Drop a comment down below on that one. So we'll keep on keeping on. We lost an hour with that little hydraulic hose problem, but we would have lost twice as much time had we not had any tools with us, and had we had to wait till the Army truck got here, take it apart, run back to the shop, get a hose made up, come back out. So we do need to get a few more tools in the chopper. However, you can't carry everything with you. Like I had said earlier, Napa is halfway between here and the farm, so it just made more sense to have them make the hose, have Sarah start headed that way, and it just kind of saved us a little bit of time. Time is everything when you're dealing with hay. It's starting to get too dry here, and we might see some problems here later on. Well, we got metal. Alright, better put the camera down. Well, we're coming into the end of the day for chopping. Loading everybody for the last time. Alex pulls in with a Freightliner. I look over and it's Andrew driving. She's riding with him. She's in the passenger seat there. So it is just a little bit after 7 o'clock. or so. Got Sarge just left. Loading Andrew now. Jared's on deck. We got Jaden rolling in with truck 9. So other than our display not working today, and the hydraulic oil, the hydraulic hose that blew, the rig's going pretty good. So we'll see how Andrew does this corner here. Oh, pretty good, huh? Yeah. I gotta get on the window here. It's hard to hold the camera and video at the same time, but we're doing it. So this field here, we're going to put corn on. This has been hay for 4 years. It was wheat in 2019. We seeded it after we combined the wheat. Yeah, we combined the wheat and then we seeded it down to alfalfa. So it was hay. We harvested hay off of it in 2020, 21, 22, 23. And we're kind of stealing this cutting here off of it. We've got hay on each side of the road here, or on the other side of the road, and then in behind us on the other road. And we've got a field of wheat there, and we've got hay on the other side. So we've got quite a few acres of hay over here to pick up in the next couple days. We'll be putting these tractor trailers to work for sure. So we'll get this one loaded and we'll send him on his way. Got a big hole to fill in the back there, Andrew, right by the tailgate. He'll get to the road. Hopefully he lets Alex get in there and switch seats. But it is what it is. So there they go. Back to the road. Alright, so that's gonna conclude the first day of chopping for 2024. I want to thank everybody for watching, and we will catch you at the next one.